Hello, welcome back to my channel, English Lesson with Teacher Suraya. So today we are going to look into a new topic which is Unit 7, Mother Nature from the textbook Full Blast Plus 4. Before we get into the topic, I would like to ask you, what do you think the phrase Mother Nature means? So, Mother Nature refers to nature in general as a force that controls the world and all living things. Next question. Do you like to spend your time in nature? Why? Or if you do not like it, why not? So I will answer that first. Yes, I do. I like to spend my time in nature because the natural environment, in my opinion, is the best place to relax, unwind, and get away from the hectic pace of modern life. Last question. What do you think are the most important environmental issues that our planet is facing today? Alright. So actually, there are quite a few environmental issues that we face today. So global warming, deforestation, the rise in sea level as well as land, sea and air pollution are just a few of the serious environmental issues that our planet is facing today. They are all important because all aspects of the natural environment are interlinked, which means that when one area is affected, so are others. Now, can you see the slide? I would like to ask you to read these sentences and give the meaning to the words in red. The first sentence. My parents are thinking of moving away from the city and going back to nature. So going back to nature here means to return to a simple kind of life in the country away from cities. Second sentence. Anang has lived all his life by the sea, so fishing comes as second nature to him. What do you think comes as second nature means in this sentence? Okay, come as second nature in this sentence means something that you do very easily and naturally because it is part of your character or you have done it many times. The third sentence. It's only human nature to be worried about environmental problems. So, human nature, what do you think it means? In this sentence, it's only human nature means in a way that something is typical of human behavior, feelings, and thoughts. Next sentence. Yuanda is a calm and relaxed person, so getting into arguments isn't in his nature. In his nature, in the sentence, means the usual way that a person behaves that is part of their character. So, the part of the character is that Wanda is calm and relaxed. So that is his nature. Last sentence would be, as a doctor, Dewi deals with a lot of people. So it helps that she's a good-natured person. What do you think good-natured person means? So good-natured person in the sentence means pleasant and friendly. Before we go deeper, this is the objective of today's lesson. A. students will be able to find the specific information in the text to answer the questions given. B. Students will be able to guess the meaning of unfamiliar words by reading through the sentences in the text provided. Now, before we start reading this, I would like to ask a few questions. So, firstly, are there any animals that you would consider intelligent? Why? And second question would be, what characteristics make humans different from animals? As for my answer for question number 1, in my opinion, parrots are intelligent animals because they can imitate human voices, utter words, and even form very simple sentences. Monkeys are also considered to be very intelligent. Besides being curious, monkeys also teach their young what they need to know and pass this knowledge on from one generation to the next. Cool, right? For the second question, what characteristics make humans different from animals? So, as we all know, humans have a highly developed brain and have a developed, sophisticated language system and culture. Humans also have the ability to distinguish between right and wrong and behave in a more civilized way than most animals. Now, I would like you to listen to the audio first, and for the next text, you will have to read on your own.
Module 7. Mother Nature. 7a. Read.
B. Look at the titles and the pictures. What do you think the text is about?
Amazing animals. You might think that what makes us different from animals is our ability to think and to build friendships with others. But in fact, animals are capable of more extraordinary things than you might imagine. Find out why. Big love. In many cultures, elephants are seen as a symbol of wisdom and are known for having an excellent memory. They have the largest brains of all land animals, and their intelligence is evident in their ability to learn, use tools, and even in their sense of humour. They are very social animals, and although they live in herds, they spend their lives in pairs devoted to a best friend. These friendships between elephants are well known, but in an elephant sanctuary in the United States, an unusual friendship blossomed. Tara, an Asian elephant, chose Bella, a dog, as her best friend. The odd pair loved spending all their time together, eating, sleeping and playing. Then one day, Bella had an accident. For the entire 3 weeks it took her to recover, Tara waited outside the sanctuary office. She was free to wander the 2,200 acres, but she was loyal to her friend and chose to wait for her to get better. It just shows us how animals don't consider differences when they choose their friends.
Alright, you have listened to the pronunciation and the whole text. So there are actually some questions that you need to answer after reading all this text. So let us move on to the next slide. Now I would like each and every one of you to read the text with the correct pronunciation. Okay, I will read it too. Clever crows. We use the word bird brain for people who aren't very clever. But just because birds have small brains, it doesn't necessarily mean they aren't intelligent, especially crows. Some crows make tools for finding food. They think about what tool they need and look for it. If they cannot find the right shape, they will make the tool themselves by cutting bits of wood from trees, leaves, or grass. They even store their tools in a safe place to use at a later time. Another thing they hide is food. This is common among many animals, but if a crow thinks another crow from the flock is watching, it will pretend to store food in one place, then put it somewhere else. Crows in Japan are clever enough to leave nuts on the road at traffic lights so that cars will run over them and crack them open. And amazingly, crows have been filmed using food scraps for fish bait. They drop the scraps into the sea to attract fish and catch them. Pretty smart thinking for such a small brain. For the next text, dolphin to the rescue. Dolphins are well known for their intelligence and their ability to understand human language. However, many people do not realize how well they communicate with other animals with which they share the oceans. In 2008, two whales, a mother and her calf, ended up getting stuck in shallow waters off the coast of New Zealand. A group of people gathered at once wanting to help. They spent hours trying to direct the whales back into deeper waters. Both the rescuers and whales were exhausted, and after some time, the authorities were at loss. They did not know what to do next, and in the end they decided to give up. They were considering putting the animals down when a dolphin turned up. Somehow, it calmed the whales down and communicated with them. Within a few minutes, the whales were following the dolphin back to the freedom of safe waters. The dolphin had saved their lives and had accomplished something that humans had not been able to. It reminds us that even though we might not understand what animals are saying, other animals probably do. Class Exercise 1. You will be given only 5 minutes to finish this, then we will discuss the answer together. Everyone is done? Okay, let us discuss the answer. Read the text again and write E for elephant, C for crow, or D for dolphin. Which animal uses its knowledge to help other species? Yes, D. Dolphin. Number 2. Which animal doesn't care about species when building relationship? You remember? It's E. Elephant. Number 3. Which animal sometimes play tricks on other members of the same species? What do you think the animal is? Number 3 is C. Crow. Number 4. Which animal is intelligent despite the size of its brain? It is also C, which is crow. Number 5. Which animal has been known to succeed where people cannot? Yes, D. Dolphin. Number 6. Which animal has developed the ability to plan for future events? Yes, C, which is crow. Number 7. Which animal shows unusual levels of loyalty? Yes, elephant. Number 8. Which animal uses humans to accomplish a task? Correct, C. So I hope everyone got their answer correct. Moving on to class exercise 2. Match the highlighted words or phrases in the text with their meanings. There are 2 extra meanings which you do not need to use. So the words in this exercise can be found in the text that we have read just now. You have 5 minutes to finish this exercise and we will discuss it together. Is everyone finished? Alright, let us discuss. Number 1, devoted. What do you think devoted means? Yes, devoted means having great love for somebody and being loyal to them. So number 1 is I. Number 2, odd. Odd means strange or unusual. So the answer is D. Number 3, recover. Recover means get well after an illness or injury. So the answer for number 3 is G. Number 4, run over. What do you think run over means? Yes, run over means drive over something. The answer is A. Number 5, shallow. Yes, shallow means not deep. So the answer is C. Number 6, gather. Gather means come together to form a group. So it's E. For the last question, number 7, we have left with F, which is accomplish means succeed in doing something. Alright, I hope all of you get the correct answer. We are almost at the end of the class. So last question that I will ask for today is, do you know any other amazing facts about animals? Alright, I will answer. So some animals are not only hardworking, but also they cooperate for a number of reasons. For example, beavers cooperate together to build their homes in rivers, streams, as well as dams, which help keep their homes safe. Do you know any other animals that have a great cooperativeness? The animal is always at our home. Yes, and we know that ants always cooperate and they are very hardworking. Alright, so the moral values for today's class is, it is important to respect the nature and do our best to protect the environment because this planet is our home. So we need to always clean our surroundings and throw rubbish into the right place. Other than that, we can use eco-friendly products such as paper bags or paper straws instead of plastic. So every small action counts. Let's protect the environment together. Thank you for joining my class today. Bye!